Hi guys, today we are going to talk about a very nice book called book based in Iran. It's the 50 years of life in Tehran, the banned novel that became a huge bestseller. It's called The Book of Fate by Parinoush Saniee and translated by Sara Khalili. It is around 440 it's around 447 pages long, which is pretty long actually, and it took me a couple of days to read it, but it was worth the read, and it was an amazing book. This might be the one of the best books I have read in a long time to come. Okay. This book, The Book of Fate by Parinoush Saniee, translated by Sara Khalili, is basically a book based in the country called Iran. It's based in two cities, Qom and Tehran. Tehran, the capital, and another city called Qom, Qum, Qom. Okay. Anyways, it's about a young girl called Musumi who lives in Iran. Her parents and brothers just want to get rid of her by marrying her off at a young age and getting that burden off their shoulders by getting her married at a young age. But she does not want to get married so young. She wants to study and become something. She wants to get an education and study English literature, but her parents don't let her do that. She has a best friend whom she hangs out with, and then what happens is that one day, while coming from home to school, she meets a man at a pharmacy whom she falls in love with, and she's instantly she falls in love with him. Then they start exchanging love letters to each other, and then her family, brothers and father, find out about this love affair, and her cruel father and brothers beat the crap out of her for bringing shame and dishonor to their family, because that is what happens in the country called Iran, as it is a very religious country. Anyways, she has a best friend whom she hangs out with a lot. What happens next is that she still loves that man whom she has met while going from home to school. Her parents don't let her study or do anything. They get her married to a man who is much older than her called Hamid. Hamid is not that bad to her. He also wants her to study and do something in her life. And then what happens is that they have two children, two sons. And then what happens is that Hamid is arrested by the government of Iran for conspiring to do anti-state activities. And then when he gets out, they have another daughter. So they have three total children to sum it all. So the whole book or novel or book is based in Iran. There are details given about Iran and about the city and about the people and about the religion and all that kind of stuff. And then what happens is that Hamid is executed. He's killed by the Ayatollah Khomeini's government, and he's executed. And then Musami does not know what to do. She becomes a widow, and that's what happens in the book. She does not know what to do. And then there are details given about her family and about Hamid's family, how they cope with it, what they do, and stuff like that, and how all that stuff that happens. It's about how she has three children. That's what happens in the book actually. Anyways, the rest of the details are about Iran and about the Shah's oppressive regime, and about how her children and she are sent to the Even prison, and about her family and everything, stuff like that. In the end, this I don't know I'm not sure what happens next, but what happens next is that she basically what happens next is that Musami, her friend, one after many years later, her friend whom she really likes is going walking while she goes to the pharmacy where she had met that man who she had fallen in love with, and she finds out that he's still alive. She thought that he would be dead because they would have punished and tortured him a lot, but he was still alive. And he asked her friend about her, about Musami, and whether she was what she was doing. Her friend told Musami about the man and how she was still madly in love with her, despite the fact that he had gotten married and had gone and lived in America for quite a while, but he was back in Iran. And he told her that he was still madly in love with her and still wanted to see her. And then she saw her, and they talked about each other's lives and about how that man whom Musami loved and she loved him, who wanted to marry her again and would be a stepfather to her children. And this is how the story ends. And the ending was quite abrupt actually. They talk about their lives and how they have not met in so many years and stuff like that. And then the novel ends, and it was a brilliant novel. I loved reading it, and I remember some stuff of it. I'm forgetting some stuff, but I loved reading it, and it was a brilliant novel, and it's one of the best novels I've read. And you guys should also read it because it was a lovely novel, and it was very well written, and I got to know about a lot about Iran. Okay, bye guys.